Okay, so I got bored. So I'm gonna do this little tier list here of all the Fnaf games. For those that don't know, I'm gonna fix it here while I'm talking about this. So all the joke games I'm gonna leave at the very end because these I've never played before. But all of these I have played, besides this one, Into the Pit. Uh, for the most part, I'll just count this as Help 1 of 1 and 2. But anyways, so, for those that don't know, I've been playing since the first ever release of the first FNAF game. I played it on both PC. I ended up buying it off of Amazon to start it off with. Uh, it was like one of the first ever few PC games I played other than Gmod and stuff like that. The sound in the background is literally just me playing random ambience music from FNAF. I'm waiting for Diablo 4 to fucking. Sorry. I'm waiting for Diablo 4 to update because I pre-ordered the deluxe edition for the new Vessel of Hatred stuff. But anyways, um, but yeah, I thought I would do this little tier list thing here of the different FNAF games. But since I've played and beaten every single one, so let's go ahead and get started here. First off, we have the first FNAF game, one of the OGs. I'm automatically putting that in S tier because that's something I grew up with, so I have to do that. 2, I'm gonna have to put an A tier because it was good for what it was. Don't get me wrong, I love the game. But the fact that there was so much going on at once, it was hard to really keep track of everything for me, especially when it comes to the music box. I ended up messing that up quite a bit. Uh, the first FNAF game, I'll admit, I kind of beat that, or at least got all the way to night 4 in the first try, or I'll say first life. Uh, FNAF 3, I never really liked, but I'll put it in C tier, only because I the only thing I really liked was harassing Springtrap and the damn thing. Because you have these different animatronics that didn't really do much. The Phantoms, they didn't really have a real purpose besides be like, okay, they brought in a lot of the fan favorites as just Phantoms, so they mess you up. I mean, it's not really much different. Now this game, FNAF 4, loved it. Probably one of the scariest ones in my opinion. So I'm probably gonna have to put that at top S. I would rank it a little. I would actually rank it higher than FNAF 1. Uh, Pizza Sim. Actually, let's go. There we go. Sister Location. I'll put in B tier because it was pretty mid. I mean, I like the different, like how they changed it up. Instead of being 5 nights, you have to survive for nights. It's like doing different things each night, which I liked, but it wasn't like top performance, I would say, in terms of gameplay. I didn't really like it too much, but that's just me. Pizza Sim. Not even gonna say much. Automatic D. Actually, no, D tier. I did not like it at all. I didn't like the mechanics. It's the one game that took me forever to complete. Granted, most of the games on this computer that I have now, because this is a newer one I got for Christmas, uh, all my progress is deleted. So, uh, yeah. Ultimate Custom Night. Oh, I'm gonna have to do C tier, bottom of C tier, because I didn't necessarily like it. Same for Ruin. I know I'm skipping that, but I'll do Security Breach as its own thing. Ruin, I also didn't really like all that much. So the OG Security Breach, though, like the first version, not the DLC, I loved. Which, so I'm gonna put that into A tier behind the first. Actually, I'll put it above the first one. I put it in the middle. Um, Mainly because I loved Security Breach. Like just the aesthetic of the main place. Ruin was literally just you walking through the destroyed building of Secure Breach, and I'm like, and dealing with the mimic and all that shit, and it's like, I don't care about it. I really don't. Oh, it's this. It's the mimic. The only thing I really liked about the DLC was Roxanne Wolf saving your butt, like saving your ass, because that's the only good thing about it, really. Then you have Help Wanted. I'll count this as Help Wanted 1 and 2 because Help Wanted 2 is not on here yet because it just released not too long ago. Um, I'll put this in top A tier. Mainly because I loved the second. I will say I love the second one because especially for like the security breach, like the restaurant stuff. I really enjoyed that. I haven't really gotten too much into security. Help Wanted 2. Granted, I will probably only play the modes I really want to play in it because some of them I don't necessarily care too much for. But other than that, um, not much I can really say. Into the Pit, I'm going to leave out because I haven't played yet, so I'm not going to give a full on opinion about it until I actually play the game. Same for these two at the end here, I won't count them because they're joke games, they're mainly just there to be there. If Fnaf World was on here, I'd probably put it at D tier. Because, well, take that back. I'd probably put it at the bottom of C tier, mainly because it was pretty fun to play, but after a while it got boring, so there was no real replay factor about it. I guess you could say the same about Security Breach, unless you get after you get all the different endings. But other than that, not much. The FNAF movie. The FNAF movie. I do have some gripes about it. Did I love it for what it was? Yes. Do I love the fact that they brought back the living tombstone? Yes. Do I love that they took away the original concept? Not really. I understand why they did it because they wanted it to be more aimed for children, but at the same time, I feel it wasn't worth it. It kind of took away from the horror aspect when you take away the death scenes and make it like cartoony in a way. Not really cartoony, but more just taking away the blood of it. Because FNAF wasn't originally, I guess you could say, wasn't necessarily meant for children, but it ended up becoming a phenomenon with children for whatever reason. I think it's because of the animatronics the way they were. Granted, Security Breach, I could definitely see that because I love Security Breach. Um, Security Breach is really fun. That and it's something I wish I had in my childhood. It's something I wish I could have, like that massive pizza place, be able to go around it, have friends, do the arcades, the bowling. It had everything in one spot. You didn't have to go anywhere else. It had laser tag, mazes, you named it, it practically had it for kids. Race car driving, all that. And I wish I had that as a kid. Anyways, back on the topic with the movie. I wish it would have kept some of the blood and did a bit more with it, especially the original concept, because I would have loved to see it. But I love it for what it is, because it does picture the original game in a different light, because I think they're trying to go with a different storyline. I don't think they're going off the games. I think they're basing the characters off the games and then rolling with that. I don't think they're trying to completely recreate the story, because there really was no story in the first game. It was mainly you finding out the lore of the past of the place, not really the lore of the character you were playing as. So there was really no lore there to work with. So I'll put it in an A tier. I think that's pretty good. It's not bad. Uh, Granted, um, it could be better of a tier list, but this is how I think of the games. This is my thoughts. I suck at tier list. I'll be honest. I really do. But I just thought I'd do this for the hell of it. That and plus I haven't uploaded on my main channel in a long time, so I thought might as well do something a bit short and sweet for it. But other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this little video tier list thingy. Let me know what you would rank these in the comments down below, because honestly, I don't know why they have the movie here a part of the games, because it's supposed to be all the FNAF games. I'll leave the link to this tier list down below so you can do it yourself if you wish. Other than that, that's about it. I'll see y'all in the next one.